प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपार करुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। परित्यज्य मौनं वठादस्थितिं च व्रजन् भारतस्य प्रदेशात् प्रदेशं मधुस्यन्ति वाचा जनान धर्ममार्गेण यन् श्रीजयेन्द्रो गुरुर्भाति चित्ते नमामः शङ्करान् वाक्य विजयेन्द्र सरस्वतीं श्रीगुरुं शिष्टमार्गानुनेतारं सन्मतिप्रदं सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। So, in this auspicious Paurnami day, at least in India and in the US, it is Masi Magham, I think. We will start our next shloka as ordered by Shri Periyava. So, this shloka is going to be Shyamala Dandakam. So, Shyamala Dandakam, it is a very beautiful shloka written by Kalidasa. So we will see a little bit about the shloka and then we will start to learn how to chant the shloka. So what we will do is that for this Shyamala Dandakam, we will first finish the entire shloka, how to chant. And then I will start telling the meaning. So the first couple of classes, it's not a big shloka, it is relatively small when you compare to Shivananda Lahari, Saundar Lahari. It is not as big, and the meanings are continuous. So if we see shloka by shloka meaning, it won't make much sense. So what we will do is that we'll learn the entire shloka. We learn to chant the entire shloka, and then we will see in one or two classes what is the meaning in this beautiful shloka. So that is how the class is going to be. And as I said before, the Shyamala Dandakam is written by one Kalidasa. So we all might have known, might have heard the story of Kalidasa. So Kalidasa was a Mudha. So he was not a very intelligent person, but somehow he got the blessings of Ma Kali. And then they say this is the first shloka he ever wrote. Shyamala Dandakam is the first shloka he ever wrote. So who is the Devi that is worshipped in Shyamala Dandakam? Is that, so this is a Tantric Devi called as Raja Shyamala. So this Devi comes in Shri Vidyopasana. And this Devi is identified with Raja Shyamala. So Raja Shyamala or Matangi. This Devi is also called as Matangi. And in Tantric parlance, in the Shri Vidya parlance, this Ambal is equivalent to Saraswati. This Ambal is equivalent to Saraswati. But Saraswati will be white in color. Shuddha Spatika color, Ya Kuntendu, Tushara Haradavada, Ya Shubra Vastravrata, Ya Veena Varadanda Manditagara, Ya Shweta Padmasana. So Ambal will be white, Ambal's clothes will be white. Ambal has got a Veena in her hand. So that is how normally we know Saraswati, Ambal as the Saraswati as the wife of Chaturmukha Brahma. But this Shyamala, she is an aspect of Rajarajeshwari, Lalita Amba herself. And she will be dark in color. So Shyamala literally means that person who is dark. Shyama Sundar means the person who is dark. Krishna's name is Shyam Sundar. So Shyam means dark. So this Raja Shyamala is dark in color. And she is the Mantrini. She is the minister of, she is the chief minister of Rajarajeshwari's army. Mantrinyamba Virachita Vishanga Vadatoshita Lalita Sahasranama. So she is also called as Mantrini. That Ambal is present in Madurai as Meenakshi. So it is this Raja Shyamala. Because even if we go in Madurai, Ambal is Sangeeta Priya. Ambal, she has got a shloka. She has got a parrot on her hand. So when we see the Varnana, we can relate it with Madurai Meenakshi Ambal a lot. And this Raja Shyamala also has got a veena in her hand, Manikya veena. So she has got a veena that is made up of Manikam. Jap. So Manikya veena, Upalalayanti, Madalasam, Manjula Vagvilasam, Mahendra Niladhyuti Komalangi, Matanga Kanyam, Manasasmarami. The first shloka mein aarambikirathu in Shyamala Dandakam. So this Ambal is identified with Meenakshi. This Ambal is identified with Raja Shyamala or Mantrini. Geya Chakraratharuda Mantrini Parisevita. So says Lalita Sahasranam. So this Mantrini's Chakram is called as Geya Chakram. So Lalita's Chakram is Shri Chakram, Chakra Raja. Varahi's Chakram is Kiri Chakram, Kiri Chakraratharuda. In the same way, Mantrini is Geya Chakraratharuda Mantrini Parisevita. So Ambal is present in Geya Chakram. And this Ambal is very, very important for learning. This Ambal, Shyamala or Rajamatangi, she is the goddess of art form. She is the goddess of art form. So whoever wants to sing, whoever wants to excel in fine arts, dancing, singing, or any musical equipments, so any art form, this Ambal is the Adidevata. And any learning process, this Ambal is the Adidevata. So whoever wants to learn, the students, or even adults who wants to learn things, the Ambal is the Adidevata. So whoever wants to have good knowledge, good Medha Shakti, then Raja Shyamala has to be worshipped, says Shastra. And if we can go to Madurai and worship Ambal, it will be very nice because Madurai is the Shyamala Peetham, Raja Shyamala Peetham. But if we cannot go to Madurai per se, we can just sit in the place where we are. And then, chant this Shyamala Dandakam. There is also a Shyamala Navaratri Malika there. So all these stotras are very, very auspicious for the Raja Shyamala Devi. And there is a whole Navaratri that is dedicated to Raja Shyamala. So that Navaratri comes in the month of January, February, Magha Navaratri. So that Magha Navaratri, the entire Navaratri is worshipped, is auspicious for this Raja Shyamala. So chanting this Shyamala Dandakam during the Magha Navaratri day is even more auspicious. And if we see, just like how we in South India, we celebrate Saraswati Puja, Vijayadasami during the regular Sharada Navaratri, the 9th and 10th day of the regular Navaratri that we all know about. If we go in North, if we go in Bengal, they actually celebrate Saraswati Puja during the Magha Navaratri, during the Shyamala Navaratri. So Magha Navaratri is also called as Shyamala Navaratri. And they celebrate that on the 5th day, called as Vasanta Panchami. So Vasanta Panchami, if we see in North Indian temples in the US, they celebrate Saraswati Puja. For us, it will be like, okay, why are they celebrating Saraswati Puja now? It is going to come later, right? But because this Shyamala Navaratri is for the Sri Vidya Saraswati or Neela Saraswati, Nambala Solva, is for the Saraswati, for propitiating Saraswati herself. So they celebrate Shyamala Navaratri. They celebrate Saraswati Puja during the Shyamala Navaratri as well. By chanting only the shloka, Kalidasa has gained a lot of Sanskritam knowledge, and they say Upama Kalidasasya. So Kalidasa is the very famous Sanskritam poet, and he is very known for his examples, for his Upama, Uvame. And there is a very important important anecdote that is related with Kalidasa that tells how big of a poet he is. And then we will continue with the learning of shloka. But it also tells us the importance of the shloka, because this is the first shloka that that great poet has written. And Mahaperiva and Devathirukkural often quotes Kalidasa. He does not quote, or I have not read in Devathirukkural where Mahaperiva talks about other poets a lot. But in Devathirukkural, Mahaperiva talks about Kalidasa often. And the anecdote was that in olden days, people wanted to enumerate who are the greatest poets in Sanskritam, who are the who's and who's in Sanskritam literature. So people did not have things to write, right? So the first one, when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is how we count with one hand, right? So people asked, okay, who's the greatest poets? Who are the greatest poets in Sanskritam? So people said Kalidasa number 1. But they could not come up with a second poet. So the first poet is Kalidasa. And any other poet, they are not matching in Kalidasa. So they don't have any other name for the second finger. So first finger, they have the name as Kalidasa. The second finger, they don't have any other name. So that is why this finger itself is called as Anamika. So normally we call this finger as the ring finger. This finger we call it as ring finger, right? In Sanskritam, this finger is called as Anamika. Anamika means that literally which does not have any name. Nama is name, and Namika, that which does not have any name, is called as Anamika. And why does this finger called as Anamika? Why is this finger called as Anamika? This is the story they say. People wanted to enumerate the greatest poets in Sanskritam. First one they said Kalidasa. Second one they could not come up with any name. So the finger itself is called as Anamika, they say. That much great poet Kalidasa is. And they say this is the first shloka, this is the first Dandakam, this is the first work of Kalidasa. And only because of this work, Kalidasa came to know about, Kalidasa has gained all the names and fame because this is the first work. So that much important this work is. So I didn't have time to make a nice document with all the languages. I'm still working on it. So probably for the first class, we'll just manage with this document. And then from the next class, hopefully I'll have time to make a full document. So with this, we will finish the lecture part, and then we'll start learning the shloka. So as usual, I would need some volunteers. So if you could put your name in the chat box or raise your hand, that's fine. So we know how it works. So we have learned Shivanandalari. So in the same way, we will be learning the Shyamala Dandakam as well. So if you want to volunteer, please put your name in the chat box or please raise your hand. The first volunteer is Gayatri ji.
Namaskaram, Shyamji.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Manikya Veenam
माणिक्यवीणां माणिक्यवीणाम्
उपलालयन्तीम्
उपलालयन्तीम् उपलालयन्तीम्
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम्
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम् माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम्
मदालसाम्
मदालसाम् मदालसाम्
मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम्
मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम् मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम्
मदालसाम् मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम्
मदालसाम् मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम् मदालसाम् वाग्विलासाम्
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति
कोमलाङ्गी
कोमलाङ्गीं कोमलाङ्गीं
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति कोमलाङ्गीम्
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति कोमलाङ्गीं माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति कोमलाङ्गीं
मातङ्गकन्याम्
मातङ्गकन्यां मातङ्गकन्यां
मनसा स्मरामि
मनसा स्मरामि मनसा स्मरामि
मातङ्गकन्याम् मनसा स्मरामि
मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम्
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं
मदालसाम् मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम्
मदालसां मञ्जुळवाग्विलासां मदालसां मञ्जुळवाग्विलासाम्
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गी
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति कोमलाङ्गीं माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति कोमलाङ्गीं
मातङ्गकन्याम् मनसा स्मरामि
मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि
Thanks, Chief. Next is Lalita Ganeshan. Chaturbhuje
चतुर्भुजे चतुर्भुजे
Chandrakalavatамse
चन्द्रकलावतंसे चन्द्रकलावतंसे
Chaturbhuje Chandrakalavatамse
चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावतंसे चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावतंसे
Kuchonnate
कुचोन्नते कुचोन्नते
Kumkumaragashone
कुङ्कुमरागशोणे कुङ्कुमरागशोणे
Kuchonnate Kumkumaragashone
कुचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे कुचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे
Puntrekshupashankusha
पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुश पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुश
Pushpabaణhaste
पुष्पबाणहस्ते पुष्पबाणहस्ते
Puntrekshupashankusha Pushpabaणhaste
पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुश पुष्पबाणहस्ते पुण्ड्रेक्षु पाशाङ्कुश पुष्पबाणधत्ते
नमस्ते जगदेकमातः
नमस्ते जगदेकमातः नमस्ते जगदेकमातः
चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावतंसे
चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावदंशे चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावदंशे
कुचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे
कुचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे कुचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे
पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते
पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते
नमस्ते जगदेकमातः
नमस्ते जगदेकमातः नमस्ते जगदेकमातः
Thanks a lot. Next is Raji ji.
नमस्कारं
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Mata Marakata
Mata Marakata Shyama. Mata Marakata Shyama.
Matangi Madashalini
Matangi Madashalini. Matangi Madashalini.
Mata Marakata Matangi Madashalini
Mata Marakata Shyama. Matangi Madashalini. Mata Marakata Shyama. Matangi Madashalini.
Katakshayatu Kalyani
Katakshayatu Kalyani. Katakshayatu Kalyani.
Kadambavanavasini
Kadambavanavasini. Kadambavanavasini.
Katakshayatu Kalyani Kadambavanavasini
Katakshayatu Kalyani. Kadambavanavasini. Katakshayatu Kalyani. Kadambavanavasini.
So here some books have Kuryat Kataksham Kalyani Kadambavanavasini. So there are many Patabetams in Shyamala Dandakam. So we are currently following the version that is as published in one of the S.V. Radhakrishnan Shastrigal's book. So he is a great Sri Vidyopasaka, and Mahaparivā has asked him to write many books on various Devi Devatas. So he has collected all the works on Meenakshi, and then he has published a book called as Meenakshi Stuti Manjari. He has collected all the works on Ambal, and then he has published as Devi Stuti Manjari, Shiva Stuti Manjari, Nataraja Stuti Manjari, like that, as ordained by Mahaparivā. He has collected various stotras and published books. So because there are many different variations, and some books will have some changes, some books might have some other changes. For the purposes of this class, we are going to follow Radhakrishnan Shastrigal's version. So that is the version everybody is going to follow in this class. There will be some changes here and there. Probably the book you have will have a different version. That is also right. I'm not saying that is wrong. This is only the thing that is right, that is wrong, or that is right, this is wrong. These are Patabedas because so many years have passed since all these shlokas were written. So Patabedas are natural. So for the purposes of this class, we are going to follow this version. And when we want to chant, we can chant whatever version that we have. So from this, the actual shloka starts. So the first couple of shlokas, the first 3 shlokas that we saw, it is dhyana shloka. Just like how we have dhyana shloka for Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, there is a dhyana shloka for Shyamala Dandakam as well. So these 3 shlokas that explains the Ambal's form, Ambal's Rupam. And from Jayamatangatanaye, the actual stuti starts. So this is called as Shyamala Dandakam. So this is not going to be like the previous shlokas that we have learnt and we know, because all the shlokas, they all conform to a meter, like Anushtup Chandas, Trishtup Chandas, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveda Yuyutsavaha, Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva, Kimakurvata Sanjaya, Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum, Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam, Prasannavadanam Dhyayet, Sarva Vignopashantaye. So all the Anushtup Chandas you can recite in a certain tune. All the Jagati Chandas you can recite in a certain tune. All the Arya Chandas, Karana Parachidrupa, Kanchi Purasimni Kamapithagata, Kachana Viharati Karuna, Kashmirastabaka Komalangalata. So this is called as Arya. That is why this whole Shatakam is called as Arya Shatakam. So this is of the Arya Vrittam. So those are Padyams. But this is a Gadyam. This is a Dandakam, where there is no meter, and from beginning to end it is one whole line. So we see from Jagat Janani to the end. Devi Tubhyam Namaha, Devi Tubhyam Namaha, Devi Tubhyam Namaha. The whole thing is one sentence. So that much big sentence. So we are going to split the sentence in a certain way so that it makes sense, so that the grammar is not disturbed. And then we will learn. So that is why the whole Shyamala Dandakam, there is no one specific tune that we can follow. If it is Anushtup Chandas, then there is one tune that everybody follows, right? So we don't have like that for Shyamala Dandakam because it does not conform to a particular tune. So that is one thing that we need to know. We'll probably see this shloka. The first one is a shloka. We'll probably see that. And then from the next class, we will go to the actual Dandakam. So Bhanumati ji, Jayamatangatanaye.
Namaskaram. Jayamadangatanaye, Jayamadangatanaye,
Jayanilotpaladyute,
Jayanilotpaladyute, Jayanilotpaladyute,
Jayamatangatanaye, Jayanilotpaladyute,
Jayamadangatanaye, Jayanilotpaladyute, Jayamadangatanaye, Jayanilotpaladyute,
Jaya Sangita Rasike,
Jaya Sangita Rasike, Jaya Sangita Rasike,
Jaya Leela Shukapriye,
Jaya Leela Sugapriye, Jaya Leela Sugapriye,
Jaya Sangita Rasike, Jaya Leela Shukapriye,
Jaya Sangita Rasike, Jaya Leela Sugapriye, Jaya Sangita Rasike, Jaya Leela Sugapriye,
Jaya Matangatanaye, Jaya Nilotpaladyute,
Jaya Matangatanaye, Jaya Nilotpaladyute, Jaya Matangatanaye, Jaya Nilotpaladyute,
Jaya Sangita Rasike, Jaya Leela Shukapriye.
जय संगीत रसिके जय लीला सुख प्रिये जय संगीत रसिके जय लीला सुख प्रिये. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We just finished this class. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.